Hello and welcome back to everyone on the Football Zone and to a weekend previewing the Premier League games coming up this weekend. Just a quick review of the England games for the international break. 2-2-0 wins against Albania and Serbia, and yeah, two games where England, I think, maybe didn't quite look quite as good as they had done in a few games beforehand, but still looking really solid. I mean, 8 wins out of 8. Tuchel hasn't conceded a goal since he's taken over in a competitive fixture. Overall, look at the depth that England have, and I have to say things are looking very positive for the group at the moment. But back onto the Premier League, and Burnley taking on Chelsea at Turf Moor, and yeah, this is going to be a very tough game for Burnley. 2 losses before the break, and I think that loss to West Ham will be a disappointing one for them. Chelsea, though, seems to be picking up a bit of form. 3 wins out of 4 in all competitions. So yeah, they'll definitely be coming to this one with a bit of confidence. Sitting in third, more players like Cole Palmer have been unavailable for a lot of the season. I think they'll definitely have taken that. So yeah, I'm going to say this will be a 2-0 win for the Chelsea. Moving on into Bournemouth against West Ham at the Vitality. And yeah, this is another interesting game. Bournemouth coming into this one, obviously, not, I would say, the best run of form. So maybe the international break provided kind of the right time for them to reset. With 2 losses in a row. West Ham coming into back of 2 wins. So yeah, it's whether they can continue it or not. But I'd say from what we saw for most of the season, Bournemouth do look the better side. So yeah, I'm going to say it'll be a 2-1 win for Bournemouth here. Moving on into Brighton against Brentford at the Amex. And yeah, Brighton coming into this one off the back of that ball draw against Crystal Palace, beating Leeds game before that. Brentford getting that win over Newcastle looked really good. And overall, 4 wins out of the last 5 in all comps, looking really good under Keith Andrew. I think kind of defying a lot of the expectations against them thus far. And yeah, long way it continued for them to think. But yeah, I think this could be a really tough game against a decent Brighton side. So I'm going to say it'll be 2-0 to Brighton here. Moving on into Craven Cottage, Fulham taking on high-flying Sunderland. And yeah, so far you'd have to say it hasn't really been the ideal start for Fulham, comfortably beaten by Everton last time out. So yeah, I think the international break could be a real good time for them to turn the corner. Sunderland, battling so hard to get that draw against Arsenal. What a great result it was. And yeah, what a start to the season that Reggie Slabry and his side have had. So yeah, they'll be hoping it continues. But I think Fulham may come out of the international break rejuvenated. I don't know, I can feel like Fulham get a win here at Craven Cottage. Liverpool taking on Nottingham Forest at Anfield. And yeah, this is an interesting one. Liverpool before the international break, it wasn't going well for them, was it? But maybe now they've had time to get the likes of Isak back into fitness, maybe. Sean Dyche at Nottingham Forest, I mean, they're not the same team as they were last season. They've had quite the season already, I think it's fair to say, isn't it? So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. But I think Liverpool at home probably will have too much for Nottingham Forest. Moving on into Wolves against Crystal Palace. The first game in charge for Rob Edwards at Wolves. And yeah, personally, I'm not sure about this. He obviously had a good few months at Middlesbrough. I'm not sure about the decision to walk out at Middlesbrough. But before that, it wasn't going very well at Luton, was it? So yeah, I'm not sure he will be the man to get Wolves out of trouble. I've got to be honest, taking on a Palace side who, yeah, I've been pretty impressed with so far this season. Oliver Glasner's doing a great job, and against a team that's been struggling as much as Wolves, I think Palace will probably come away from this one with a win. Moving on into a very interesting game between Newcastle and Manchester City. And yeah, for Newcastle, I mean, they're still in the Carabao Cup, doing well in the Champions League, but in the Premier League, it's not been ideal for them. Man City, though, they've won their last 4 in all comps, in really good form. And yeah, 4 points off Arsenal, so they'll be looking to bring that gap down against Newcastle side. Yeah, like I say, haven't really had it all their own way in the Premier League so far. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, this one. I'm going to say it will be Manchester City who come away with a win here. Moving on into Leeds against Aston Villa at Ellen Road. And yeah, this is another interesting game. Leeds coming into this one, yeah, I mean, on a bit of a mixed run of form, I think it's fair to say. Just 4 losses out of the last 5. Obviously did get a win against West Ham though. But Villa, 2 wins on the trot. They've kind of turned their season around after a slow start. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, this one. I feel like it could be an even match game. Leeds, I mean, the home crowd will get right behind them. I'm going to say 1-1. Moving on into the first North London derby of the season. And yeah, this is going to be a very interesting one. Arsenal obviously having that little blip against Sunderland, obviously lost Gabriel to injury against the Tottenham side, who'll be really motivated for this one. And yeah, for me, they definitely seem like a better team away from home than they do at home. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting, this one. So yeah, I'm going to say it will be 2-0 to Arsenal. I think they will have enough, but it will be a tough game. Moving on into Manchester United against Everton at Old Trafford. And yeah, this is another intriguing one. Manchester United coming into this one. I mean, I think doing well now at the moment, you'd have to say, compared to last season, there's definitely some positive signs of momentum. Against Everton side, you picked up that 2-0 win against Fulham, and you said that's probably a needed result. It's going to be a tough one though. David Moyes going back to his whole team. I think Manchester United will have enough. 2-0 for guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.